Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first video. Well, technically I've tried to film before, but I've never posted anything. I had a few vlogmases up, but all of my vlogmas for 2023 is on my knitting Instagram. It's Maddie's_makings_1, so make sure to give me a follow over there. And yeah, so I decided that this year I was going to start a knitting podcast. Now, before we get into it, just a few things about my podcast. I hope you enjoy this background setup. It's nothing fancy, it's just a background from YouTube. And these are where we hung our stockings on Christmas Eve. I have my computer ready to go, so if you see me looking over, I'm looking at my show notes. Last time I tried to film a video, I did not have show notes, and it was kind of just a lot of rambling all over the place. I was repeating myself, so I decided to be more prepared this year. A little bit about this channel. So I am currently a second-year nursing student. I just finished my third semester. I only have 2 courses this semester, so that's why I decided to start my podcast this year. I'm hoping to have a bit more free time. And I love knitting, so I decided I already have an Instagram, so I decided why not make a YouTube channel. And this year on my Instagram, I did Vlogmas, and I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed filming my day, and I'm hoping to upload maybe some vlogs on this channel as well. But I am planning to do a knitting podcast the first Monday of every month. So currently it is December 28th, I believe. Yes, it is December 28th, but this is going to go up on January 1st because it's not going to be the first of every month, but this one's going to go up on January 1st because that is the first Monday of January. So happy New Year's. I hope you all had a wonderful holiday season. So I have my Starbucks here. I have a venti iced peppermint mocha. It's kind of melted now, and all the chocolate chips are kind of like at the bottom. So I get a chunk of chocolate chips every time I sip my drink. Okay, so first let's start with finished objects. So the first thing I made is I made my mom pot holders. Now I got this idea from the Crazy Sock Lady, and I will say I did do this string wrong. It's supposed to be on the corner and then you can hang it up, but I kind of decided to do it this way because I thought maybe it might be easier if you can put your wrist through it, and they do fold over on themselves. I'm not sure what the colorway of this yarn is. I'll put it up on the screen if I can find it, but this is just some Bernat cotton that I had left over in my stash. I used to knit dishcloths a lot, so I have a ton left over, so I decided to make some pot holders. So that's the first one I made. And then I also made this one. I'll put the color of this one up on the screen. My friend actually gave me this one for Christmas, so I decided to make my mom some pot holders with it. I love this color. And then I also made my dad pot holders, just for him to, use with his barbecue. Or I was also thinking that these would be good to just like clean a barbecue with because they are cotton. So I made these pot holders. Again, they work the same. So I made him just 2 gray ones because I didn't have any darker colors left. And then I also made him 2 of these just dark blue colored dishcloths. Again, if I can find the color names, I'll put them on the screen, but I don't for a lot of them because I don't have the label anymore. So I just made 2 of those. And then for my mom, I made her one that looks like this. And then I also made her one in this color, which I actually like this color. I like neutral colors for dishcloths. So those are my first finished objects. And then I will put a picture up on the screen of Wallen's bed. So Wallen is my 8-month-old Maltese puppy. if you don't follow my Instagram, if you're new here. He's my 8-month-old Maltese puppy, and he loves absolutely everything I knit. So I made him a bed. Now, the pattern I used was the Stella Quilt by Laura Penrose. There is a DK weight version and there's a fingering weight version, and they're meant to be like the size of a normal pillow cushion. I decided I had a lot of worsted weight yarn left over, and I said, hey, why don't I just do this pattern but make it on a bigger scale and make Wall in a bed? And he absolutely loves it, and it turned out perfect. So now maybe let's do works in progress. So the first work in progress that I'm going to talk about is my shawl. Now, I have started this shawl. It is the Woolly Waffle Shawl by Stephen West Knits, and I absolutely love it. I've never made myself a shawl before, and I'm loving this pattern. So this is currently what it looks like. This is how much I've done since Christmas Day. I moved the stitch marker, but as you can tell, it's growing very quickly. So a little bit about this yarn. So the main base color, I only have like 2 rows of the second color I'm adding in done, but this whole main color is from Windswept Fibers, and it is Trinity Lupins. I always want to say Trinity Tulips, but it's Trinity Lupins. So this is what it looks like. It's an absolutely beautiful color. I think this is my favorite color. I order a lot of wool from Windswept Fibers. I absolutely love them. Please go check them out. I'll link them down below. So this is the first color I've added in. And then I have the second color I'm adding in, which is called George Street. If you don't know, I'm from Newfoundland, so is Windswept Fibers. She's local here. She only has a shop, but she does do some pop-up shops here in St. John's. But downtown there is a street called George Street. So this is her take on George Street, and I love the vibrant colors. It's kind of getting washed out because the sun is setting and the lighting isn't great down here. But that's what it looks like. And then eventually I'm going to fade into this color. This one is called Better Days. Again, all these are from Windswept Fibers. So this one is called Better Days. It's like a white, pink, yellowish color. This was a fundraiser for Pink Days in Bloom. They raise money for families of breast cancer patients. So it's a wonderful cause, so I decided to support them. And I love this color. I actually knit a pair of socks. You can head over to my Instagram and check it out. Sorry, my mom got in the shower and it was really loud, so I had to take a little break. But yes, so this is Better Days in Bloom. And I don't really remember what I was saying about this, but, and then I have another color, but I'm currently in the middle of organizing my yarn stash upstairs because it is just absolutely crazy. I have so much yarn, and some of it I'm planning to donate, and the rest I'm just trying to organize it. So I have like a sock bin and a dishcloth bin, and because I do have a lot of yarn, and I don't really need any more, but so I do have another color. It's just the solid pink. It's this exact pink because these are set. And the pink is called Pink Days in Bloom. So yeah, the pink is called Pink Days in Bloom, and it's this exact pink, and it's just a solid color, and that's what I plan to fade in for the very last color. So that is the shawl I'm currently working on. Okay, and my next work in progress is these were supposed to be one of my pairs of Christmas socks, but I did not get them finished. I had 4 pairs of Christmas socks on the go this year, and I was very busy this semester, so I didn't really get much time to knit, but I did end up getting 2 pairs done, and I will insert a picture of the ones I finished. And then these are the Footsie 4-ply by King Cole in the colorway Christmas Fruit. I'm just picking up the gusset stitches. I did that this morning. I have this cute little avocado stitch marker that I got from Michael's. That's where I tend to get a lot of my stitch markers. And this is what I have left. I do have the first one finished, not sewed in yet though. So that's what the first one looks like. Very cute. My grandma actually gave me this color, and I'm just keeping these in this bag that my aunt made me an advent calendar this year, and she won this bag from the Crazy Sock Lady, and she gifted it to me in my advent calendar. It is by Midwest Stitches, and it is so cute. I love it, and I've never seen a bag with this before, but it has a little pocket inside to put your little stitch markers on. So I thought that was really cute and thoughtful. Okay, and my next project I'm keeping in this cute little bag that I got downtown. I can't remember the name of the store. I believe it was Twisted Sisters. It has a little Inukshuk on it with the Northern Lights, and it is just so cute. It's not a knitting bag, so it doesn't have like pockets or anything. It's just, or maybe it does. No, it doesn't. It's just a bag, but I thought it was cute to put socks in. So this is what my current sock project is in. This main color here is, I believe it's called Christmas in the Harbor, from Windswept Fibers. Again, I love all their yarn. And then this main color is just a mini that I bought. It didn't have a color name, and I couldn't find it on the website, so I'm not quite sure what the color name is. I got these at a craft fair. The pattern I'm doing for these socks, I kind of just made up, but I wouldn't say it's my pattern because I'm sure you can find one like it out there. And I know the Crazy Sock Lady has a pattern, heel toe do-si-do socks, and they're pretty much the same kind of pattern. But I just found a pattern I liked online, a chevron pattern, and put it in these socks, and I kind of just rearranged the numbers so that it wasn't as big and it would fit on my socks. So for each set of socks I do, I make a lot of socks for myself and my mom, and we both wear the same size. So I do 72 stitches around, 25 rounds for the cuff, although this one has 20, 25 rounds for the cuff, 60 rounds for the leg, slip stitch heel flap, 60 rounds for the foot, and then the toe. So that, and then the ball looks like this. It's so cute. I don't know if you can see. You kind of can. It's sparkly. So cute. So those are my two sock works in progress. Okay, so now for my third and final work in progress, I believe, I have my advent blanket that I'm making. So as I mentioned earlier, my aunt made me a knitting advent, and some days were stitch markers or bags, and others were yarn. So whenever I got yarn, I started to put it into this gigantic advent blanket that's kind of hard to show. I think you can see the bottom there. So these are all the colors I have in it. If you want to know the names of all the colors, head over to my Instagram and watch my Vlogmas. I filmed every day. So some I have left over. Some balls were 100 grams. If they were 50 grams, I put the entire ball in. If they were 85, I believe I also put the entire ball in. And if they were 100, like this big cake was, oops, there goes my crochet hook. If they were 100 grams, I did just 10 rows and saved the rest for another project. So I am using a 5mm crochet hook. I just chained, I believe it was 120. I think I chained 120, and then I'm just doing half double crochet in each stitch, just back and forth along the whole blanket. I have so much worsted weight yarn left. just left over from random projects. I've been knitting for about 4 or 5 years now, so I've accumulated a lot of yarn, as you can imagine. So I'm also planning to put that into this blanket to finish it off. And I thought that would be a nice way to use up some scraps. So that is all my finished objects, works in progress, and now I thought I would move on to some yarn I bought. So I got Wool Trends gift cards for Christmas and a Michaels gift card, but I'll get to what I bought at Michaels in a minute. So Wool Trends is a local store here in St. John's, and I buy a lot of yarn from them. And I got a couple gift cards, so I decided to order some wool. Obviously, I ordered online when they had their Boxing Day sale, so I got some pretty good deals. So let me show you what I got. So I got a couple balls of yarn from West Yorkshire Spinners. So this is the West Yorkshire Spinners Signature 4-ply yarn. It's actually lighter than what it's showing on camera. This is in the color Blueberry Bonbon. It's just a nice blue color. It's actually a bit more bright than it looks. It looks really dark on camera. And then I got another West Yorkshire Spinners Signature 4-ply in the shade Blue Raspberry. This is a more teal color. I'm not quite sure why it's getting so blown out on the camera. I think it's just the lighting, but yes, so I got that. And then, you guessed it, another West Yorkshire Spinners Signature 4-ply in the shade Penny Royal. And I plan to make socks out of these. I love making socks with this yarn. And again, West Yorkshire Spinners Signature 4-ply in the colorway Autumn Leaves. This one is so beautiful. I'm going to save this for next fall. Stocking up on some yarn, even though I don't need any. And then lastly, I got this opal, just in the shade, I believe this is just called White. Actually, these don't have names on them, they just have numbers. I like to use these for like heels, toes, and cuffs for my socks. I think that's going to be cute. And then I also got a tin of stitch markers. I love these light bulb stitch markers just to put on my socks to count my rows. I got this idea from the Crazy Sock Lady. I will link her vanilla sock pattern down below. And then lastly, I got this bottle of wool wash. This is the Eucalyptus Delicate Wool Wash in the scent Grapefruit. So that's what it looks like. And again, I will try and link these down below. And that is all I got from Wool Trends. And then I had a gift card for Michaels. So I went online, and usually every January I'll knit myself either a sweater or a cardigan. I have a few done now. But I was looking, and I really want to knit the Avena sweater by Jennifer Steingass. I hope I'm saying that right. So the Avena sweater by Jennifer Steingass, I'll insert a picture here. It is a paid-for pattern on Ravelry, but I decided to use my gift card, and I ordered a sweater's quantity of the Lion brand Feels Like Heaven. This wool, I'm not even joking, is so soft. This blue shade is in the color Periwinkle. It is a 100% nylon yarn. 100-gram balls. So I got 5 of this color, I believe. Yes, so I got 5. Oh, let me see if I can hold this up. 5 periwinkle, and then I got 2 for the contrast color. I just got 2 white. It's just called white. Again, Feels Like Heaven. So I feel like this is going to make the perfect sweater. This is what it looks like. So I'm super excited to start that. And then since it is just past Christmas, I thought I would show the few knitting things that I did get for Christmas. So the first thing I got was in my advent calendar, and this is the Regia design line by Arnie and Carlos, I do believe, in the color 03765. So it's just this beautiful blue color. So again, got this from my aunt in my advent calendar. Then my uncle's mother gave me 2 balls of this sock yarn. It's a German brand, I believe. I believe it's called Fortissima Saka. Excuse my pronunciation. I'm not up on my German. These are 100-gram balls. They don't have a color name. I believe the colorway is 1350. So those are those colors. And then my nan gave me a sock ruler, and I think these are so cute because it has the different sizes engraved on it. So it has like the US women's sizes, US men's sizes. It also has like European shoe sizes. So this is definitely handy if you're knitting socks for other people, especially if you want it to be a surprise. And if you know their shoe size is 6, then you can use your ruler and you don't give away the surprise. So I thought this was super duper duper cute. So super excited to have this. And then the last thing, it is knitting related, but not technically. I got a kitchen scale to weigh my yarn, and it's upstairs currently because I am organizing my yarn bins. So I've been weighing my yarns and just writing how much I have and labeling each ball just so I know. But I got this yarn scale and it's super, super helpful. So that was all I got for Christmas knitting related. And then lastly, since this is technically the new year, I wanted to share some projects that I want to knit this year. So the first one I have listed here is obviously the Avena sweater by Jennifer Steingass, which I showed earlier. The next is the Chunky Cable Beanie by, I'm going to butcher this name, Anna Natato Lolo. Yeah, so the Chunky Cable Beanie, definitely want to knit that. I have the perfect ball in my stash to knit that. And then this next one I'm going to cast on very soon because Wallen needs a sweater. So I plan to knit the Knit Dog Sweater by Handy Little Me. I'll put a picture up here. Yeah, I plan to knit that one. I think it's so cute. And then the last one is Find the Joy Socks by the Crazy Sock Lady. Again, I'll insert a picture here. And so far, that's all I have planned to knit. This year, I plan to try and burn through my stash. I know I bought a lot of yarn, but that's just because I had gift cards. My goal this year is to use what I have in my stash and try and get through that before I buy any more. So after this, I can't see myself buying any more. I have tons of sock yarn now, and I'm just going to work on knitting through what I have and hopefully documenting it. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. I know it was probably a little all over the place. I'm not used to a sit-down structured video, but definitely go check out my knitting Instagram. I'm very active over there. I believe I'm almost at 300 followers. I have 299 the last time I checked, so hoping to get to 300 before the end of the year. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all had a wonderful holiday season and a happy new year, and I will see you guys in my next video. Take care.